Valley Club, there's only a few more days as you get my favorite legendary for free in Raid Shadow Legends. Wukong is a beast in all the content that I'm using him in. I'm going to show you what content I'm using him, how I have this character built, and how he could help you and your account. If you're ready for all of that and more, then you know what to do, Valley Club. Find that like button and let's go smash it. And welcome back to the ValleyFlyin channel. I am ValleyFlyin. I hope you're having an excellent day. This video is all about Wukong, my favorite character right now in Raid Shadow Legends, using him all over the place. PvP content, obviously, but I'm also using him as my farmer and PVE content as well. I'm going to show you how I built this character. And if you get some value from this video, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and ring the notification bell as well so you know as soon as a brand new raid video goes up. We have at least 6 pieces of raid content on this channel every single week. And if you want to get Wukong for free, make sure you use the code MonkeyKing within 24 hours of starting a brand new account. That is what I did when I started Wukong, and that was way better than any of my previous raid accounts. We are smashing through so much content right now. He's supposed to be good for PvP content, and he is good for PvP content, but also using him a lot in PvE content, and he is smashing that as well. Also, if you are starting a brand new account and want to use this code, make sure you use my download link or scan that QR code up there to get 4 epic characters for free. Uugo, Tagoar, Rector, Drath, Mausoleum, Mage. You're gonna get all of those characters for free. It's some of the best epics in the game. Let's go into our account right now, show you our Wukong. This is our strongest character that we have built. We do have 9 sets of pieces on him. I think that's my only character that I have all 9 sets, either because we don't have them fully awakened or we don't have the pieces for that faction for that character. But let me show you the pieces of gear on him. And these aren't the ideal pieces of gear for Wukong, but this is the best that we have so far. So the weapon, it's always going to be attack as the primary stat, but we have crit rate, speed, accuracy, resistance. So I like the crit rate. We don't have his crit rate all the way up to 85%, which is what our target should be, because it is a 15% base. We want to get that crit rate up to 100% and then start focusing on crit damage. But right now it's at 73%, so not fully built out where we want it to be. The helmet, the primary stat is always going to be HP, but we have attack percent, which is a lot better than the hard stat of attack. Crit rate, that is helping to get it up to that 85% we want, and then the speed, adding a little more speed there. And then the shield, we have defense for the shield. It's always going to be the primary stat for defense, but we have some crit damage, which is good. Defense percent, which is not the best for Wukong. I don't actually mind if he dies because he's going to come back to life after 3 turns, as long as there's another one of our allies on the field. So I don't mind if his HP on defense aren't too high right now. I just want to get him as big as possible with his attack, his crits and everything like that. We have some HP. It's a hard stat of HP, so not the ideal stat for him. And then we have some speed. We have crit rate on his gauntlets here, and we're just trying to get that crit rate up as high as possible here. HP, attack, hard stat of attack, not percent base of attack. The percent based is probably what you want because it'll scale better, but we don't have that. Accuracy. Also, we have attack percent. We want to get the attack percent high as possible. So we have the percent on the attack. Speed is there as well. We could go for crit damage on this as well, but I think this is the best piece that we had for this set. And then speed. You always want these boots to have speed on them. This is the only one of these accessories that can have speed as the primary stat. So you want to make sure your boots have speed on them. There are some niche cases that speed is not the primary stat that you want, but for Wukong, you do want to go fast. All right, we have attack on our ring. We have attack also on our amulet with some accuracy, crit damage as well. And then for the banner, we have HP. So this is kind of the best stuff that we have so far. Let's go look at his masteries. We built them pretty much as our big nuke or our big damage dealer. All right, so we chose the attack. We're adding some attack for his offense, and we are also adding some defense as well. Could have went with more crit rate. That might have been the better way to go. I think long-term, having more attack is fine though for Wukong. Right, we went for increase in damage by 5% when attacking with full HP. So that is going to start his opening moves, get him a little more damage there, and more crit damage as well. Always good. We have the damage received from AoE attacks is decreased by 5%. So, you know, not doing as much damage from AoE attacks. Increased speed by 6 for each enemy killed by this champion. So he's going to get faster and faster and faster. Adds up to 18 speed per round. Also, we have the increase in damage for 8% for each first hit on the enemy. That's good for the increase in damage. 50% chance to remove one random debuff from this champion when they lose 25% of their max health from a single skill. So could be removing some debuffs, some cleanses there. 30% chance of decreasing cooldown for a random skill by 1 turn if damage inflicted by a skill exceeds 30% of the target's max HP occurs once per turn. This is great for PVE content, especially when just farming some campaigns, trying to get some experience for your characters. I think that he is a little bit faster for farming campaign than the way I have my Kale built right now. And next is this required opportunist. Increases damage inflicted to targets with stun, sleep, fear, true fear, freeze, petrification debuffs by 12%. And for the defense, we have Deadly Death. Reduces the damage of the champion receives from specific enemies by 0.75% with each hit taken from that enemy. Damage reduction stacks up to 6% for each enemy. Let's move the camera here, bring that up to top so you can see the rest of what we have on. Methodical, so that is increases the damage inflicted by the champion default skill by 2% each time it's used by battle. Stacks across each round in battle up to 10%, so making his basic a little stronger. We have Kill Streak, increases damage inflicted by 6% in arena, siege battles, and 3% for all locations of enemies killed by this champion in battle. Stacks across each round up to 12%, so that is good. Primarily for PvP content is how we have him built, but like I said, still very good in PvE content. Has a 50% chance to counterattack when this champion loses 25% of their max HP. And last but not least, 50% chance of ignoring 25% of the target's defense for skills that ignore defense. This 25% is in addition to the amount ignored by this skill. So that is how we have Wukong built. We did get enough of these tomes to fully book out his skills, and this is usually what I'm opening with in arena. I'm trying to target their biggest attack, whoever usually does the most damage there, and hopefully they go into a sheep form, and they're not going to do their moves there. So this is normally what I'm opening with. Fully booked, this goes on to a 3-turn cooldown, which is great. It was 4 turns before that. This is his big AoE attack. 3-turn cooldown on this one as well. 4 turns before is fully booked. And this is gonna be a big AoE attack. Before attacking, steals all buffs from all enemies, and places block buffs, debuffs on them for 2 turns. Very, very strong. That cooldown is very good because it brings it down to 3 turns. And this passive, I made a mistake on this passive. I didn't have him ascended here, and I was wondering why he wasn't reviving. Well, you needed at least 3-star ascension for this to happen. When this is going to revive this champion, 100% HP, 100% turn meter, 3 turns after they were killed. So very, very strong. And for his blessing, because we did manage to pull this 4-star blessing for Wukong out of like one of the 1-star ones. So we got really lucky with this one. But as far as the blessing that we chose for him, what it's going to do has a chance of inflicting bonus damage to one enemy whenever this champion hits enemy targets. When hitting multiple targets at once, only one champion will receive the bonus damage, 1 turn cooldown. Bonus damage is proportional to this champion's attack. High Awakening bonus has a chance of inflicting 2nd instant bonus damage. It's going to add more HP, attack, defense, crits, and these are the stats here, the search and star levels. So more bonus damage, even more for legendary champions, more attack, more chance of inflicting bonus damage that goes up for legendary champs, and more HP, more crit damage as well. Once we get more stars on him, if we can get more stars on him, I think that is kind of a RNG fest to get more stars in him with these red stars. Some other bonuses as well that's added to him. And that's how I have my Monkey King built. Let's go into arena for the place that he is really gonna shine. And let's see him win a few battles here. The Supreme Gaelic, Seeker, Rector, Drath, and Alice on this fight here. We are punching down pretty significantly. Most of my fights at this point are pretty much just punch down. So I think Alice, because of the ability to rewind, turn meter, or increase the chance for skills, is the primary target. All right, now is a big AoE from Alice. And if this goes well, we will increase the cooldowns for these characters. All right, Alice should be dead. We're not quite at Wukong. Rector Drath can bring them back to life though. And all right, Seeker's dead. Supreme Gaelic, lots of damage, but just not in time. If that was the opening move, that could have been bad. There goes everybody. All right, Sun Wukong did his job. All right, and I don't know how this fight's gonna go. We are punching down, which we do in most of the fights, but this is one of the best arena characters right now. So let's go do this fight, and let's see if our power levels can beat this this really good legendary champion. All right, we're gonna do the same strategy here. I think I want to use the Sun Wukong opening on Armaz. Oh, we could do a lot of damage. We don't kill him. All right, he probably will coming back to life with Rector Drath. Probably kill Kale and Apothecary here. Ooh, not killing Kale. All right, let's go with the AoE attack. There comes Armand's back, but we still have a few more AoE attacks. This probably will kill Kale. Oh, it kills Armand's as well. And then now we have the poison from our Kale. And now let's just kill Rector Drath with Alice. There we go. All right, we have a Kale, Alice, Rector Drath, and a Lord Shazar. Let's go into this fight. All right, so we're gonna do the same thing. We are going to go Alice. All right, she turns into a sheep. She's not gonna be able to rewind her skills. Now we go. We increase their cooldowns, and we should be good on this fight here. Yes. All right, we have Uugo going, and boom. We got some AoE attacks coming up. We have some AoE attacks coming up. Rector Drath can't revive anybody because the cooldowns got all screwed up from Alice. And then now we just go with Alice on Alice. Ooh, not death yet. All right, let's go with the poisons for Kale. There we go. All right, but we already know Sun Wukong is great in arena. He's a great PvP character. Let's go and do the speed for this right now. The brutal difficulty, stage 12-3, one of the best stages of the farm right now. We're gonna take Sun Wukong in, and then we're gonna use our original campaign farming Kale. We'll see which one is faster. All right, so we just got some champions that we're farming. We got a big AoE from Monkey King. We have another Staff of Wonder. He gets an AoE, and did he get his cooldowns reset? He did not. 30% chance that he gets his cooldowns reset. As soon as he does his AoE, they are all dead, and there they go. All right, that was a 8-second battle, or no, that was a 15-second battle. Let's do this again just to see the time. We're gonna place Sun Wukong with Kale, and I don't think it's gonna be as fast as Kale, but let's see. Yeah, so Kale gets an AoE, doesn't kill everybody, just not as strong. I think those blessings that we have on Sun Wukong is one of the big difference makers. We're still getting through this. It looks like Kale, his life steal gear is still pretty good, but yeah, not comparing to Sun Wukong and the extra damage that we have and all the extra stuff that we have on him. Plus, it's a legendary versus a rare, better stats. Yeah, Kale's getting through this, but yeah, we're already past that 15-second mark. So Sun Wukong is really what I'm using a lot right now. PvP, PVE, he is the top champ that I'm using all over the place, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, Kale won, but yeah, 38 seconds. My goodness. That is where my Sun Wukong is. That is what he's capable of. That is how I have him built. I am very, very happy with this champion. Let me know if you have a Sun Wukong, but if you don't and you want to start a brand new account, make sure you use my download link to get those 4 epic characters, and then use that code Monkey King. You have about a week or so to do it before that code goes away. I'm not sure what's going to happen after that, what champion will replace him, if they're going to rerun that again, but yeah, I'm told that at the end of March, Sun Wukong code is going to go away. That Monkey King code is going to go away. So hopefully you enjoy this video. Hopefully you have a Sun Wukong of your own, can build them and start farming whatever content you want in Raid Shadow Legends. If you got some value from this video, leave it a like. And if you want to see what are the biggest mistakes that I made in Raid, check out the video up there, and I'll see you guys next time. Have a great rest of your day. Hulk fist bump, ValleyFlyin out.